Watson, I don't think a poster's big enough, honey.
How does the artist go from dominating the charts, winning Grammys, earning a diamond single, to selling fewer than 3,000 copies in their first week? That's kind of crazy. And that's the conversation surrounding Lizzo right now. Her new album, titled Bitch, reportedly sold about 2,649 copies in its first week. To put that into perspective, her last studio album, titled Special, it debuted with around 69,000 equivalent album units, and it reached number 2 on the Billboard 200. Now that's a massive drop. And naturally, the internet is asking, what happened? I've seen a few theories. The first one is her weight loss. For years, Lizzo's brand was centered around body positivity, self-confidence. Some people believe that after she lost weight, a portion of her audience felt disconnected from the image that she originally supported. Whether that's fair or not, it's a conversation people are having. Then you have the lawsuits. Back in 2023, Lizzo faced allegations from former backup dancers, allegations that she denied, and parts of the lawsuit were later dismissed. Even so, the controversy changed how a lot of people viewed her publicly. Another theory is that the music just didn't connect. Sometimes it's really simple. Artists evolve, fans evolve. Not every album becomes a hit. Then there's another angle I found interesting. According to a Rolling Stone report, some industry insiders believe Lizzo may have relied heavily on casual listeners and radio success rather than building the type of fan base that automatically shows up to buy albums no matter what. They also pointed to lingering controversy and changing industry dynamics as possible factors. Those are opinions from industry observers, not proven facts though. And honestly, I think it's worth talking about because we're seeing this happen with a lot of artists. Selling albums today is hard. Even artists like Kodak Black reportedly moved around 10K his first week with his recent project. YG, his new album, The Gentleman's Club, it opened with around 11,000 sales. Physical sales aren't what they used to be. Streaming changed everything. But even with that in mind, Lizzo's numbers still surprised a lot of people. Another thing people have been discussing is an album signing event that circulated online. Some social media users claimed the turnout looked smaller than expected, while others argued short clips don't necessarily tell the whole story. It's another example of how quickly narratives form online. Now, one thing I do want to clear up, Lizzo is not independent. I thought she was, but she's not independent. Her new album was released through Atlantic Records. So this isn't simply a case of an independent artist lacking major label support. Now, personally, I don't think there's one single reason behind this drop. I think it's probably a combination of everything. The controversy, the music, changes in public perception, the way people consume music today, and maybe even expectations. Because when you're a Grammy-winning artist with multiple #1 records, people expect every project to perform. But music doesn't always work like that. Some audiences move on. You know, some artists lose momentum, and sometimes they reinvent themselves. The question now is, can Lizzo bounce back? Because we've seen artists come back from disappointing album sales before. The biggest story isn't that one album underperformed. The biggest story is whether this is the beginning of a long-term decline, or is it just one rough chapter in an otherwise successful career? Let me know what y'all think. Why do you think Lizzo's new album struggled? Was it the controversy? Was it the music? Or has the audience simply moved on? Y'all let me know. I'm Lowski the First. This is Play That Back. Peace.